Did you know that if you climb up an apple tree, there is a 0% chance that you will find a 1985 turbocharged first-generation...
Wow, your favorite Schizo content creator uploaded a video again. I wonder what it's gonna be about. Surely it says Coda Pox video he promised us before he went on vacation, right? Well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to play the game currently because of two reasons. First of all, the past two dev streams have been horrible, and I'm hoping that Paxist will actually show me something so I can keep playing the game and that I can be hopeful about the future of the game. But most importantly, the highest Coda Pox percentage that we've got out of all the Coda Poxes has been 39.2%. There has not been a single Coda Pox above a 39.2%. Look at this. I've taken every Coda Pox available, even the one that happened when I was on vacation. I took that one too. And I still have 54.7%. I do not have 60. But for now, we'll take a look at this thing, because I think that a lot of people have misunderstood the thing. So many YouTubers have treated Coda Synapse as the next best beam weapon type of beam. I can already tell you that it's not the best beam weapon in the game, but it's close. It's actually really close. And you may say, but Mook, this is not AoE. Like, how do I make a beam weapon good if it's not AoE? Well, first of all, the fades exist, so you're just, you can. But it is AoE. That is the point. It is pseudo AoE. It has punch through. Why is punch through important? Because the extremely high base damage of this weapon of 26 versus the Tenet Glaxion that has, well, 34, but that doesn't matter. The base damage plus the crits allows for a blast build, and the blast build here goes nuts. Have blast, hunter munitions, 60% heat, and a Riven mode that can be replaced by what is it? Amalgam Serration. Just put Serration. You're using blast, Serration is the best choice. I'm not using aptitude. No point. Just use Serration. Future Moog here, because obviously the Moog that was in the video was kind of mad and didn't want to explain why Aptitude is worse. Well, Aptitude is better in cases that you can have more than 2 status effects on the weapon. Currently, this weapon only has 2 status effects, and it can only get above 2 if we have the Hunter Munitions proc, which can happen, but considering that you have to stack Galvanized Aptitude and your Deadhead stacks, if you lose the stacks, it's going to be harder to stack it back up, and the damage difference is not that significant. If you do use Nourish, or if you use anything that can prime alongside Synapse, then yes, go for Aptitude. Anyways, so 2 things. First of all, huge base damage, huge crit chance. Deadhead. Deadhead actually works very well in this. Second of all, innate punch through. You can hit multiple people at the same time, and similarly to the Kuva Nucor, that will make it so that it will change to more enemies. But because we don't have a chain mechanic, we replace the chain mechanic with a blast proc. Now you may say, okay, but what if I have a chain mechanic and a blast proc? Where the other 2 secondaries that do have a chain mechanic, Nucor and the Tenet Glaxion, are actually status weapons, not crit like this one. And because of this Riven that, I have for quite a while, so I was waiting for the Coda Synapse to release, can actually benefit my crit damage by a lot. So I will show you what it looks like in a mission, but you're probably gonna be not very surprised with the results. The results are there, they're good, but it's not a chain beam, so it's not shit, right? Guys, when I shoot the epitaph on the ground, by the way, I don't know like what it is. A lot of people have been telling me the epitaph is good, but I'm shooting it in the ground and it's doing no damage to the enemies, so I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. That's how the people sound when they tell me that the Synapse and the Pox is bad, by the way. That's the equivalent. That's literally the equivalent of what I hear. Anyways, you see that we have dots with the slash procs, because for some reason I see nobody building this thing for slash. It's crazy. You have a high crit beam weapon. Where is Hunter Munitions, my guy? Wow, now we have AoE and DOT. That is crazy. And high damage? What? That's insane. What? That's crazy. Okay, if only we knew how to build. Anyways, I'm just mad. I'm schizophrenic. I'm getting schizophrenic. It's happening. The voices are winning. Again. They've already won quite a lot of times, but now they're truly winning, and it's happening live on this video. I can't comprehend that I'm checking on YouTube for Coda Pox videos. There is not a single Coda Pox video besides some that have like 200 views. And then the mentions of Coda Pox are people shitting on it on tier lists, while shooting it at full levels and saying, wow, it does no damage. Yeah, the cloud doesn't do damage. The cloud isn't the thing that does damage. Also, my game is lagging. I'm not sure why my game is lagging, but you see we're getting some 300, 400Ks, 900Ks, blast procs. This is with Eclipse, by the way, not Roar. 1 million over there. So, yeah, I think it's good. You may be like, yeah, I still prefer the other one. More power to you. This is a good weapon. This is an absolutely amazing weapon. And I really don't see, like, are you seeing this? I really don't see, like, the fuss. This absolutely shreds. And the best part about this is that this build can work on anything. You want to take it in disruption? Take it. It has bleed. You will do bleed and blast rock on the disruption target. Who cares? They will die very quickly. This is a beam weapon. It absolutely shreds on disruption no matter what you do. By the way, I know a lot of people will say, "Oh my god, but you're playing Wisp." Hello, this Warframe is not the best gun buff in Warframe. It's just comfortable because you can face tank enemies easily. I'm not using breezers. I'm not using the ability that actually makes the damage go nuts. I'm using a fire rate buff, which compensates for the minus fire rate my ribbon has, and an eclipse, which is accessible by any Warframe. Imagine if I use Lavos on this and use something like, I don't know, extra gas procs or electricity, or I don't know, I use the Vault with purple swords. That would be a good idea. Actually, I do have a Wisp with purple swords, so I could even do that. But these will unfortunately combine with the cold and give me blast and heat, which no, not blast heat, sorry, corrosive heat, and I don't want that. Pure corrosive, kinda doo-doo water, but you get what I mean. This is Wisp is not the Warframe that makes this weapon suddenly good. The weapon is just good. It's a crit beam weapon with high base damage. Like, what do you want? It's good. It's legit good. Look at this. But yeah, anyway, Coda weapons in general are all pretty good, pretty solid. The Toxica is the one that confused me the most so far, and I need to get into the math a bit more to find out just which combination of elements and everything is the one that I should focus up the most because of the free cold damage and the Bane mode for it. And if you want to suggest anything in the comments, I'll take a look at it actually. Because I'm not lost, but you know, I could use the help. Right, so here Mania I can't hit her, so we're gonna do this and hope that somehow the ability can hit her. Because I can't. She has the funny. For how long will she have the funny? Okay, so stop having the funny. There. Regardless, you know, it's good. Synapse is good. Wow, it doesn't even have 100 kills per minute. It's dog shit, right? Because kills per minute. What if I told you I can do 250 kills per minute on Coda Pox? Does that make Pox good to your eyes? Surely not, right? Kills per minute is the only thing that matters. I'm sorry. Yo, I'm sorry. It's just it's the losses. Okay. I just can't comprehend that we're given actual good stuff this patch. Why is my game lagging? We're given actual good stuff this update, and we're not grateful about it. The system we have for the Technosite Coda has been the best lead system that we have so far. The weapons are all really good or top tier, and then like the Bass Assist is straight up top tier, the Synapse is straight up top tier, like the Pox is insane. I mean, Pox, I'll make its own video, obviously, but damn. You know what's the issue about Pox? I want to do a level cap, and currently I don't even want to open the game because I can't, man, and I do not have disruption incursion. That's fine. Let's just go to our beautiful kappa instead and do that. Most people have already clicked off the video. So, I could like literally not make the section and people would have already left the video. Does it matter? No. There is some people that actually reach the end of my videos. I wonder how you guys keep doing that. How can you take my voice? Sometimes I hear my voice and I'm like, damn, that sounds awful, man. Not even this, like, very expensive mic that I actually bought for myself can help me out here. Maybe if I hold it up and stare at my wall, maybe that will help it, but apparently it's Jolder. Anyways. Alright, let's see what this baby does onto this guy. Hello. And goodbye. The thing killed me, I hope, killed him without doing any dots. It didn't actually manage to do any DOTs, it just killed him, so, you know, cool. I've already made a video about the normal Synapse and it already does this, but, you know, let's just add some DOTs to the Coda version, which has immensely more base damage and stats and innate punch through, and give it some blast. And it can go pretty crazy, right? Somehow I'm the only one that thought of that trick. Wow. That's, wow, crazy. I had no roar even. Alright, hello. May I have energy? Oh, it actually gave me energy. Look at that. Hey, Nox. Not bad. Obviously, the DOTs on the Demolisters are way less. Like, the actual ticks can be very good from the slash procs. But on demos, you're gonna see like 1/10 of your tick damage, even if it's a slash proc, because of the way their damage generation works. And their damage reduction. They have like a damage reduction to normal damage and then a damage reduction to DOTs. So if you see a like DOT of 500 million, for example, you know? If you see something like that, your damage is so far above damage cap, you have no idea. Like, if you see damage cap DOT on the demo list, that's probably like 15 billion damage. Anyways, this thing is good. Is it good for any kind of mission? Yes, that is a big plus in my opinion. Because, for example, if you have the phage, no matter how you build the phage, it's not gonna be a great choice for any kind of mission. Because, for example, you have those mobile defenses on 10. Is it a 10? So, in this mission, enemies deal double damage to everybody, including the objective, and there is very high enemy density. So, if you're using something like the phage here, it's not actually gonna, you know, help you out with the mission because it's not AoE. You actually need some AoE here. But because the way Synapse works with the innate punch through that you don't have to morph for it, and the very easy access to blast and hunter munitions and elementalist, you can actually do some really nasty stuff. I can't believe, by the way, I just want to say this before I end the video. I can't believe that the last dev stream was more than 1 hour of the just saying, hi, we're developers. We can do this to the enemies whenever we want. It's like, to me, it was something like, oh wow, I already know this. Because I've seen so many games do it. And there were some people that's like, oh my god, that is so interesting that they can actually do that and give that to us whenever they want. Well, yeah, but you know, to somebody who's played more games than Warframe, this was such a disappointment, I'm not gonna lie. It was like a late April Fool's joke. At least it is April, I guess. So, yeah. Thanks, D, for demotivating me to not play the game for another week, at least. Or at least, if you want me to play the game, please send me at least a 58% Coda Pox so I can actually go ahead and plan my video, because I cannot fit more than the builds that I have on this one already. This one has already so many builds and I need a different element for the others. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something about a weapon that you probably didn't use much, thought it was dog shit, and maybe I have changed your mind. See you in the next video.